fellow Nigerians, friends alike, can we rise for the national anthem of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, please? Thank you very much. Reward, please.
Professor Kingsley Moghalu served as Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria from 2009 to 2014, where he led reforms in the Nigerian financial system after the global financial crisis. He previously worked for the United Nations for 17 years in strategic planning and legal affairs, where he rose to the highest career rank of director. He is presently the founder and president of the Institute for Governance and Economic Transformation, a new think tank based in Nigeria and Washington, D.C. He is also a distinguished non-resident fellow at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University, Massachusetts. He obtained a PhD and Masters in Philosophy in International Relations at the London School of Economics and Political Science. He also obtained an MA in the Fletcher School at Tufts University and an LLB from the University of Nsukka.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we please welcome our speaker for the first presentation this morning to the podium, Professor Kingsley Moghalu. Please give a round of applause going as we welcome him to the podium.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My duty this morning, following in the footsteps of our co-chairman and the representative of the vice president, is to speak about how we will break the economic status quo. But as you will find out by the time I conclude, there is really no separation between the economic status quo and the political status quo. That's one of the lessons that I have learned, and I will be sharing those lessons with you. Let me begin by noting a lot of young people here, and just to remind you of what Herbert Hoover, the former director of the FBI in the United States many decades ago, said, "Blessed are the youth, for they shall inherit the national debt." In 2050, there will be 400 million Nigerians. 400 million, according to the United Nations population statistics. And so we should be asking ourselves, what will that future look like? Those 400 million Nigerians, who will be the third most populous country in the world after China and India. They are your cousins, they are our brothers, they will be our children, they will be members of our family and friends. What is their future like on present trends? That's what we should be thinking about. So, that future, if we do not work today to change it, will be based then on the current status quo. And what is the status quo? The status quo is that we face not a recession, not a blip on the screen, not some economic slowdown. We face in Nigeria, dear compatriots, an existential crisis. We are confronted with an existential economic crisis. And if we do not address it at a very fundamental level, by the time we're 400 million people, we will probably be eating each other. This is a fact. The population trend in Nigeria today, population growth rate of 2.8%, right now higher than the GDP growth rate, has very serious implications. And we are not even thinking about it. I see no evidence that we are confronting the implications of the huge growth in population in this country. It could be a boon for us if we create the type of economy that can sustain 400 million people. So that could become a source of wealth. But if we do not create that type of economy, then it becomes a source of conflict. So let's think about that. Consider the status quo today, the statistics we have. Consider that after 57 years of independence in this country, the average income of a Nigerian has been $1,646 only. After 57 years of independence. Compare that with South Africa. Our GDP per capita today is $2,177. Compare that with South Africa at more than $5,000. Compare that with Malaysia at about $9,000. Compare that with Brazil at about $10,000. And these are just developing country emerging markets. We are not talking of the Singapores with GDP per capita of $57,000. We're not talking about those countries. So, my friends, we are not a poor country, but an impoverished country. Consider that we are 187 out of 189 out of the World Health Organization's rankings of healthcare systems. Do you wonder why medical tourism is so popular? Including by the people who are supposed to provide you with healthcare. Consider that we have 30 million Nigerians who are unemployed. 30 million Nigerians who are jobless. And that unemployment has been rising for 9 consecutive quarters. Consider that 3 million people join the job market every year in this country. Consider all these statistics and you will see that the status quo is bleak indeed and that we have a duty to break it. We must break the status quo. We have no option. If we don't, we are on the table for lunch. If you're not at the table, then you're on the menu. That's the reality of life. So, the question is, why does this status quo exist? This status quo we have today exists because of about 4 things. The first reason the status quo exists is that we do not have a worldview, a national philosophy around which this country is organized. You cannot see any country that is making progress without thinking. They tell you about stomach infrastructure, that's all right. But the only thing that stomach infrastructure guarantees you is a trip to the toilet. We need to be talking about mental infrastructure. That is what the wealth of nations is based on. Go and look at every country in the world. They think before they plan. They plan before they act. They don't move around in circles, creating the impression that they're doing something. And after so many years, they're still in the same spot, which is what we're doing in this country. So, we need to have a worldview. We We need to have a national philosophy. We need to have a sense of who we are in the world, where we are coming from, where we are going, how we are going to get to where we want to get to. A sense that compares us to other societies. Where are the other societies in the world today? Where are the countries we started out with? And why are they where they are and we are where we are? That is what a worldview does. It drives you when you wake up every morning as an individual. And it drives you as a citizen, and it drives us collectively as a country. That is the number one reason we have the status quo, because we don't have an organizing national philosophy. We don't have a worldview. Number two, because we don't have a worldview, we don't have a national economic vision. We don't. Without a vision, without a roadmap, without a compass, you have no direction. We have tried in the past to have vision. We had Vision 2010 under Abuja. We had Vision, I think, 2020 under Yar'Adua. We had the transformation agenda under Jonathan. None of those visions has increased our GDP per capita significantly. Why? Ask yourself why. Because these visions are not embedded. They are not part of daily governance. When you have a vision, then you must cascade the vision down into the structures of governance, the structures of the economy. And that becomes the guiding thing, the guiding light in all economic planning and activity. So we don't have a vision. And a vision means, first of all, that we must interrogate the relationship between the state and the marketplace. Today, we're not sure. In some occasions, you will find the private sector with a very enhanced influence in Nigeria. In some occasions, it will look as if the government is trying to do everything. We're not sure of the balance between the state and the marketplace. Paul Valéry, the French philosopher, said, if the state is too strong, it will crush us. If it is too weak, we will perish. So these are questions we have to ask ourselves and find the answers. We have to understand globalization. We don't. We are participants in globalization. We are a market for globalization, but we're not a driver. Globalization has drivers and passengers. Those who manufacture the Samsung, those who manufacture your iPad, those are the ones who are the drivers of globalization. You who consume and buy it, the finished products, or you who export yam tubers, you are the passenger in globalization. And somebody is driving you and making all the money. These are just bottom line things. That's why we have the status quo we have. You'll find some people who will tell you, he's blowing too much grammar. The man blow grammar too much. If somebody tells you that, know that that person is an enemy of progress. The person is an anti-intellectual. The person is anti-mental infrastructure, and is obviously a stomach infrastructure. Because every society that is wealthy economically is a society that is thinking and blowing grammar. Why will it be different here? And you expect a different outcome? We don't have an understanding of capitalism. Every man and his uncle, every woman and her aunt in the world today, they are capitalists. In every country of the world, except maybe North Korea. But go and check. Why are some capitalist countries wealthy? In Europe and in Asia. But many other capitalist countries are poor. E.g., Nigeria, e.g., many African countries. And our brand of capitalism is the type in which a few people, oligarchs, have all the money, and the citizens of Nigeria wallow deeper and deeper into poverty. Why? It is because for you to be capitalist, you must understand what capitalism means. You must understand the three things that drive successful capitalism. Number one, innovation. if you don't innovate and produce new improvements on existing products or invent new products and market them, put them on the shelves, you can never be a wealthy country. Number two, property rights. If people don't have property rights, that nation will never, very likely, become wealthy. So if the state owns all your land, as is the case in the Land Use Act, that is a passport to poverty. Number three, capital. If you don't generate capital in your economy, internally, through taxation, effective taxation, you're practicing capitalism without capital. And you will not be a successful capitalist. So that's number one. Number two, you have to understand the four different types of capitalism. There is state capitalism, which China is practicing now. There is welfare capitalism, which you find in most of Europe. There is entrepreneurial capitalism, which you find a lot in Nigeria, but without a lot of support. Our people are very enterprising, very dynamic population. And that's what you find in America, small business. And then you have crony capitalism. You also find a lot of it in Nigeria, but not in a good way. In South Korea, crony capitalism was turned into a state philosophy. And the economy was organized according to 12 major families and their industries. But the value chain of all those industries, Samsung, here and there, all that employs most people in the economy. They made it work for them. These are the four types of capitalism. Is anybody in Nigeria having this discussion with you? I haven't had it. Meanwhile, we say we have people who are running our economy. So these are the issues. This is why the status quo is the way it is. The third reason is short-termism. We think only short-term. Only short-term. We want immediate gratification, but we don't think about tomorrow. There is no society that can make progress that doesn't think long-term. The Chinese think in 50-year time spans. The reason is they have a worldview. Here, we're just worried about today. Give me what I will eat today. But we're not thinking about our children. We need to begin to think about our children. The fourth reason why we're in the status quo today is that our political leadership has clearly failed. And I would recommend that we respectfully and gently send them into retirement. And when we send them into retirement, we escort them back to their village. So, that's the status quo. What are the recommendations that I would have to make? How do we solve these problems? The first solution, in my view, is that there must be a renewing of our minds. Development is a state of mind. Please let us understand this. It is not a transaction. Because in this country, you have politics without leadership. Our politicians play politics extremely well, but they cannot lead. Leadership and politics are different things. Politics is a path to leadership in a democratic society. But it cannot be a substitute for leadership. So we have a lot of politicians in Nigeria, but no leaders. And funny enough, most of those politicians answer titles like, or nicknames like, the leader. And you're looking at the gentleman or the gentlewoman, and you're looking for leadership, you can't find it. It's all about self-interest. It's all about corruption. It's all about ethnic irredentism. It's all about religious chauvinism. Leadership calls for far more than that. Leadership calls for uniting Nigeria. Leadership calls for recognizing that we are not special in being a diverse nation. Most nations of the world are diverse. about 80 to 90%. And the difference between the developed countries and the poor countries is that in the developed countries, a vision of leadership rises above the diversity and creates a goal around which everybody unites, and that's how progress is made. The second recommendation that I have is the citizen political response. You've heard it from the presidency. Inviting the citizens to take them on. That's a challenge. Who is the most powerful person in Nigeria? It's the citizen. But many people think it is Buhari. That is the state into which we have been educated. A state in which we have lost our power. We don't recognize how powerful we are as citizens. It is you and I that are the most powerful people in Nigeria. When are we going to use that power to create a better future for our children? Now. We need a paradigm shift. And that paradigm shift is a generational paradigm shift. I said it on TV the other day. We're in a situation where the young people in this country will go into retirement being led by people who were leading them while they were sucking their mother's breasts. So we will all go into retirement at the same time. The same people claim to be leading you, but they're actually ruling you. They're not leading you. Because if they were leading you, we would have a different economic situation in Nigeria today. The fourth recommendation I have is that this country needs a constitutional rearrangement. The most important argument for what many people call restructuring, you can call it whatever you like, reconfiguration, as well as Shenka said, or whatever. The most important argument for restructuring is an economic argument. And that is that Nigeria as it is run today cannot prosper. It simply can't. We are just relying on oil. Every morning, people worship the God of small things in this country. Every morning, people are looking at the oil price. Is it up today? Is it down today? How can you become wealthy with this type of scenario? Switzerland, is that what they do? Japan, is that what they do? Korea, is that what they do? Malaysia, that has oil, is that what it does? Good. There you have it. So we need to rearrange ourselves so that the economies of scale in our different regions lead to competitive production. We need to rearrange ourselves so that we are a proper federation. And that's what will help us become a wealthy nation. If you center everything in Abuja and it becomes do or die to become president, you can never be wealthy as a country. Because the politics itself becomes corrupted. The very purpose of politics becomes to capture power and dole out patronage, not to create wealth. So let me conclude. And let's just understand. It is time. It is what? It is time. It is time for a new Nigeria. It is time for vision, technocratic knowledge, and competence in political leadership in this country. It is time for Nigerian citizens to wake up, utilize the power of their vote and their voice, and take control of your future. It is time for Nigerians to stop selling their children's future for 2,000 naira. Thank you.
Question that someone raised about unemployment. Let's start with the question on global trade. Africa is just about, we have 70% of the world's strategic minerals, and just 2% actually, not 3%, of global trade. So consider that. Now, the global trade, 60% of global trade is made up of manufactured products. So it's not made up of yam tubers, or raw cashew nut, or raw solid minerals. So just let's be taking our lessons. So now, how do we therefore create a productive manufacturing economy without which we cannot rise, especially for a country as populous as Nigeria? If you're a very tiny country, you can say, okay, we want to build an economy based on services, like maybe some small countries, they develop competitive advantage there. But for us, we must manufacture. Some things must happen. First of all, you must solve the power problem. You must solve the power problem in order for us to become an effective manufacturing economy. Because for you to manufacture and prosper in global trade, your manufacturing must be competitive. If 40% of your cost of production is in running a generator, how can you be competitive? So solving the power problem is very, very, very important. Number two, it is important that we adjust our trade policy for our manufacturing to develop. If everything that is imported from China can come into Nigeria at cheap prices, how do you think our manufacturing sector can grow? Every wealthy country in the Western world practiced protectionism in its early years. But now they tell us, you cannot be protectionist, you must open all your borders. In fact, the Europeans want us to sign the the EPA. So, we have to practice not raw protectionism, because we're members of the World Trade Organization, but smart protectionism. You use tariffs to make imported items terribly expensive. More expensive than the products that are manufactured in Nigeria. So you have a combination of policies that must come together for our manufacturing sector to grow. But that is job number one. Now to the question of unemployment. There are about 200 to 300 million people unemployed in the world today. 30 million of them are in Nigeria. That means we have either 10 or 15% of the world's global unemployment. That is huge. Now, how do you solve this problem? There are two things we must do in this country. Number one, I have been calling in recent times for the establishment of a public-private venture capital fund to provide access to capital for young people who want to start new businesses. If you look at the world's economies, the greatest creator of jobs is small businesses. Private equity, funded by private equity and venture capital. The government does not create jobs. The government creates an enabling environment for job creation by the private sector. So I think it's very important that we establish this venture capital fund, and it should have not less than 500 billion naira. Now, it should be public-private. It must be run by the private side of it. I don't advocate the government running anything, because next thing, federal character will come in. And inefficiencies and waste and people for our wolf money. The second thing that must happen for unemployment to be addressed is that we must reform our educational system. The educational system is the pipeline that produces unemployment in this country. Why? Because it produces a lot of graduates without the necessary skills. So if we don't do fundamental educational sector reform to recalibrate the educational sector towards vocational skills, technological skills, entrepreneurship, we need to move our educational system in a different direction. Thank you.